Hi everyone, welcome to Dance the Story with Pittsburgh Ballet Theatre. My name is Marcella Day and I'm a teaching artist in our education department. Today we will be reading and dancing our way through Alice in Wonderland. Let's go ahead and let's meet the characters. Now friends, today we have a lot of characters to learn. First, we have the Mad Hatter. Next we have Alice. After that, we have the female card, the White Rabbit, the Queen of Hearts, the Knave of Hearts, the Cheshire Cat, the Lead Flower Dancer, the Duchess, the Caterpillar, and the Griffin. So friends, let's go ahead. We're going to play our little game again, where each time we hear a character, we do a different gesture or a different move to match that character. So let's start with the Mad Hatter. Whenever you hear me say the Mad Hatter in our story, I want you to put on your hat like this. Good, friends. Next, we have Alice. And I love how Alice has her arms reaching out and up in this photo. Can you reach your arms out or up for me? Good. Next, we have the female card, and she has her arms up beautifully in high fifth. Good. Next, we have the White Rabbit. Now, the White Rabbit looks like he's running late. So, can we put our arms up like this? Good job, friends. You look like you're running late. Next, we have the Queen of Hearts. Okay, and the Queen of Hearts is not very nice. So we should do a little flick of our wrist like this, like we're the Queen. Next, we have the Knave of Hearts. And for the Knave of Hearts, can you put your hand over your heart like this? Good, everyone. After that, we have the Cheshire Cat. And whenever you hear me mention the Cheshire Cat, I want you to do a big grin on your face. Draw it on, just like this. Good, everyone. We're almost through our characters. Next, we have the Lead Flower Dancer. And when you hear me say the Lead Flower Dancer, I want you to pick flowers from your imaginary ballet garden. After that, we have the Duchess. Now, this one is a little silly, but I want you to hold a baby. You're probably thinking, why is the Duchess holding a baby? You'll see more when we read. After that, we have the Caterpillar. Whenever you hear me mention the Caterpillar, I want you to roll your shoulders forward, kind of like how a caterpillar walks on the sidewalk. Good. And next we have the Griffin, and the Griffin has these big wings. Can you move your arms like big wings? Good, everyone. Let's go ahead and let's read the story. Alice is playing outside while her sister reads a book. Alice gets bored and soon falls asleep. Suddenly, Alice opens her eyes and sees the White Rabbit. Good, friends. He is wearing gloves and carrying a fan. Alice is amazed. She follows him into a rabbit hole. All of a sudden, she falls through the hole and enters a new world called Wonderland. When she lands at the bottom of the hole, there is a very long hallway, and the White Rabbit seems to be gone. As she is looking for the White Rabbit, she finds a gold key, a bottle filled with something dark, and a piece of cake. When she drinks from the bottle, She shrinks. When she eats the cake, she grows bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. She grows. She becomes as big as a giant. The key fits a small door that leads to the most beautiful garden, and she dances with the flowers. She then finds the White Rabbit's gloves and fan on the floor and begins to play with them. Soon, Alice feels lost and lonely. She starts to cry because Alice is gigantic. Her large tears form a lake. Alice shrinks back to her normal size and has to swim through her lake of tears. Friends, let's swim. Swim through the lake. Good swimming, everyone. All kinds of unusual animals are in the water with her. When they get out of the water, the White Rabbit suddenly appears. He comes back to get his gloves and his fan. He sees Alice and invites her to walk with him. While walking, they meet a humongous caterpillar on a giant mushroom. The caterpillar makes the flowers dance for Alice. Then a frog and a fish, who are servants to the queen, come up to Alice and tell her that the queen wants to play croquet with her. On the way to see the queen, Alice stops at a house. Inside the house, the Duchess and her cook are making lunch. The Duchess is carrying a baby. See, friends? They pass the baby around like a hot potato, ending up in Alice's hands. Alice looks at the baby and discovers that it's a pig instead. Frightened, she drops the pig and it runs away. She then sees the Cheshire Cat, who is orned with a huge grin, and they dance together. After they dance, the White Rabbit finds Alice and takes her to an unusual tea party. The animals sit at a table together, drink tea, and eat cookies. The Mad Hatter wears a giant hat and tells silly jokes. After tea, it's time for the Queen's croquet game. At the Queen's playground, they see her servants dressed like a pack of playing cards. When the game begins, both Alice and the Queen try to hit their ball into little hoops. Everyone is there to watch. The Duchess starts to whisper mean things about the Queen. The Queen notices and yells her servants to chop off her head. Oh no! Instead of following the queen's order, everyone runs away except for Alice and a strange animal, the griffin. He has wings like an eagle and a tail like a lion. Alice is not scared of the creature. She walks to the beach with him and meets a talking turtle and dancing lobsters. Alice gets tired and soon falls asleep on the warm sand. She dreams about dancing with one of the queen's card servants, dressed up in red hearts. The White Rabbit wakes Alice up with bad news. Oh no. The queen believes the card servant from Alice's dream stole her cookies, and they all have to go to court. Oh no. At court, Alice sees the Mad Hatter and the Duchess. The queen is so upset that she tells her servants to chop off everyone's head. Alice is scared, but remembers that all the servants look like playing cards. When she calms down, all the craziness goes away. The queen is gone, and the card servants and the White Rabbit are gone too. Alice is back in the grass with her sister. What happened? Was it all just a dream? And friends, that's the end of the story. Can we clap for the story? Now we are going to have a ballet class. So let's start with our feet together. Let's start with our hands on our hips. And let's wait for our music. Everyone's gonna get nice and tall. Let's go ahead, let's open our feet like a book. And close the book. Again, open our feet like a book. Good, this is first position. Let's practice our pliés. We plie on 1. Stretch, plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, and stretch. Let's rise to releve. Up on those tiptoes. Down, tendu, to change to second position. Ready, friends? Let's plie. Stretch, plie, stretch, plie, stretch, plie, and stretch. Now let me see, rise to releve again. Good, balancing, friends. Lower those heels. Tendu, let's change to third position. Heel to the middle of our foot. Let's plie, stretch, plie, stretch. Good, friends. Now let's rise up to releve. Making sure those legs are as straight as pencils. Good, lower back down to third. And let's tendu. Close in first, and let's finish with a nice round en bas arms. Good, everyone. Hands back on your hips. Let's practice our tendus. Tendu means to stretch. Ready? Let's stretch our leg out. We stretch out. Close first. Out. Other leg. Good, friends. Now let's go ahead. We are going to practice our PKs. PK means to prick. So let's put our favorite foot in front. And let's find a little tap of the toe. Here we go. We prick our toe. Good, friends, so let's put our hands on our hips. We are going to practice our passe today. So passe is where we connect our toe to our knee and balance. Try the other side. Connect your toe to your knee and balance. Good, friends, let's try again. Let's find our toe to our knee and first. Toe to our knee and first. Good, toe to your knee. Now, friends, we have two jumps to work on. The first one is a saute, and then after that, we are going to learn an échappé. So with saute, we start with a plie. We saute in the air with two straight legs, big jump. Plie, and stretch. Good, let's try it again. We plie, saute, plie, and stretch. Good, friends. Now, our next jump is an échappé. So we start in first position and then jump out to second position. It looks like this. We plie, échappé, and close in first. Good. Let's try that again. Out to second and first. Again. Out to second and first. Good, friends. Let's try it with music. Hands on your hips, standing up nice and tall. Ready, friends? Let's do 4 sautés in first, and then 4 échappés. Ready? Standing up tall. Let's jump. We plie, sauté, plie, stretch, plie, sauté, plie, stretch, plie, sauté, plie, stretch, plie, sauté. Good. Now let's échappé. Second and first. Out to second and first. Out to second and first. Out to second and first. And finish. Great job, dancers. Now we are going to learn part of the tea party dance from Alice in Wonderland. So let's start with our hands on our hips, smiles on our lips, and feet in first position. Now, when the music comes on, we want to hold one count of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, we bring one leg up to passe, close first, other leg to passe, and close first. We'll step out and wave to our party guest. We'll step out and wave to our party guest. And close in first position right away. From here, we will bring our legs up to passe again. Passe, close first, passe, and close first. Again, we will step out, wave to the party guest, step out, and wave to the party guest. Come back to first position, and this time we have 2 sautés. So let's saute 1 and 2. Good. After that, we will have a little spring point. So what we want to do is bring our foot forward 15 times and our arms come down like so. So spring points look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, for the second 8, You want to bring your arms up above your head, like so. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close on 8. From here we step out to greet the party guest. We step out to greet the party guest. We close in first position. We have passe, close first, passe, and close first. From here, we present our arms. Hands go back on our hips, and we have 2 more sautés. From here, we are going to tiptoe over to our tea party table and have a sip of tea. In ballet, we call that tiptoe a bourrée. So let's bourrée over to our tea party table, pick up our teacup, and have a sip. That tea is so good. Let's tiptoe over to the other tea party table. Little bourrée. Pick up your teacup. Remember, friends, pinky up. Have a sip. Oh, so good. Let's bourrée over to the other side. Good, and one more bourrée. Good. Now, one more bourrée. We are going to go front towards the camera and back away. From here, I want you to find susu. So bring your feet really tight together. And we are going to do a little bourrée turn with our arms moving like so. I want you to think of Alice falling down the rabbit hole when you do this dance move. So ready? Let's practice. Good, friends. Now from here, let's bring our feet to first position. We will have one big échappé. So let's go out and in, find passe. Close first. Let's do that one more time. Out and in, find passe on the other leg. Close first. Let's step out. Greet all of our friends. Go down onto one knee and grab your teacup. Good job, everyone. Let's try it all together with the music.